Hey there. Good afternoon, all you friends and family members. This is Richard Wallace Jr. I'm the Reformers Unanimous Chapter Director, number 520, based out of Flower Mound, Texas. And I've just been sitting in my office for the last few minutes as we sit about 26 hours away from the second anniversary of the founding of Reformers Unanimous here in Flower Mound, Texas. And I've just been considering, pondering, meditating upon, thinking about um, just musing on all of the miracles and the miraculous works that God has done in this place. I've been thinking about the transformed lives and the restored homes and the broken dreams that have been put back together. The saving of the lost, the feeding of the homeless, the reaching out to the imprisoned, the providing the toys for the children of the addicted at Christmas time. And I've just been, those that have been called to full-time ministry and gone on to serve God in other places, those young people who in the early days started with Teen Transform and leading worship with a bunch of teenagers now in Bible college. And, I'm just awed by it all. I've considered the offerings that have helped to get one guy through Bible college and help buy a laptop computer for another young lady who was on her way to Bible college, and we fixed people's vehicles that were on their last leg, and God's used each and every person as a great body to do His work. And um, I just, what got me thinking about this was my daily devotions as I came to Psalm chapter number 57, verse number 11 says this: Be thou exalted, O God, above the heavens, let thy glory be above all the earth. And that's what we try to do with our first talk time, where you might go to another program and sit in and hear how people are muscling their way and willing their way through addiction and somehow overcoming and somehow getting victory in their lives, but really just leading just a battle scarred life and really just frustrated with their living. And, all praise and all glory goes to God for the victories that we've seen won in this place. We've um, seen a former NFL star who has totally, he's an usher now in our church. I've got a radius leader at another church who God has just miraculously delivered. I can't even begin to tell you all of the stories and all of the backdrops and all of the scenes and the settings and the tears and now just the overwhelming joy that you can read on people's faces. I've seen decade-old Christians that were really just living the redundant Christian life, and now all of a sudden they're living in abundancy, and their life is bringing forth fruit, and their testimony is being used to the furtherance of the gospel. This is an amazing ministry, and we serve an awesome God. We serve an amazing God who Matthew chapter number 1 tells us used Rahab the harlot and in his very own lineage. What a Savior. Who used David, an adulterer and a conspirator, to commit murder, and a murderer and a liar and a man disobedient to God. And God not only calls him a man after His own heart, but then He uses him in the very lineage of my Savior. And we still serve that same God, guys. I mean, we really do. And it's miraculous. And to see a bunch of people that have been flawed by sin come together on Friday nights and just give God their filthy rags, and say, God, it's not much anymore. Maybe at one time when we were lifted up in our own ego and our own pride, we really believed that we could give God something. And now all we bring to Him is our spotted, broken, filthy, moth-eaten rags. And we just present it to Jesus, and He does something beautiful with it. And for this few moments, I just wanted to take the time to lift God, the Creator, the Redeemer, the Sustainer, the Reformer, the Reclaimer of lost and broken things. I just wanted to give Him praise and lift His name above the earth. And there's such a ploy in our society to dumb God down to the level of the society, but that's not my God. And so the God that I've seen in this place in the last 2 years is He's omnipotent and He's omniscient and He's everything. He's my all in all. And you just got to see it sometime. You got to see God doing His work through His people in His place. It's totally awesome. I can't wait to see you. I just wish that you give us 2 hours and 50. I wish that you give God. Don't even give it to me. Don't give it to Reformers Unanimous. But man, you got to check it out. 2 hours and 15 minutes of action-packed, miraculous ministry. You're missing out if you haven't seen it yet. I love you, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.